Because it was in my way. It was blocking my view.
No, but I was doing that as a public service to other people, so they wouldn't have to stare at you, lose their soul in your vapid eyes. Snatch, see, you got another one.
It feels good. I see why the devil likes to steal people's souls.
Do you? Now you see it?
Now I see it. Now I get it.
Hey dolls, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with the Fingerdoo review of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10, Episode 12, the finale.
The finale.
Oh, and I am here with my illegitimate drag daughter, Ms. Wilhelmina Box Farts. How are you, Wilhelmina?
Hello, I'm super Wilma. How are you?
I am fabulous. You know, on one level, I didn't think we were ever going to get to the end of this, and on another level, I can't believe how long it took us to get to the end.
I can't believe that. It felt like it took forever. Now it feels like it was over in an instant.
But before we get started, well, I got some tipperdoos to thank. Sean Todd, Blue Friend 62, and Chrissy Chris all dropped off some tipperdoos. If you would like to help out the Fingerdoo review with a tipperdoo, you can follow their lead and drop a tipperdoo through the YouTube thanks button just below the screen, or my OG PayPal account, which is linked in my description box down below. You heard me. Now, before we get started, well, you know, Jorge, drink me out. More pineapples. What's this? A tropical slap.
Oh, I get the red
Why
one
are you
today?
so violent? Why are you so violent?
So spicy.
Do you want the orange one?
I feel like I always have the orange one.
Oh, no, this is for me?
I feel like I would like the orange one. Jorge, blink twice if I should. Oh, okay, I'll stick with this?
Yeah.
Okay. You enjoy. Let's try and get this review over with. What's in 5
20
to
minutes?
10 minutes?
20.
Okay.
You know what? I'm up for the challenge. Wow! That is one hell of a slap.
Woo!
Oh, I think I dribbled on myself. That's
Is that
a
what
lot.
we're calling it now?
That's a lot.
Clean yourself up.
Am I right?
The children. No, but there's nothing on your face.
Why do I ask you anything?
I don't know why you asked me.
No. All right.
I'm not suitable for the outside.
First of all,
Yes.
what did we think of this finale?
I enjoyed this finale.
Yep.
It almost feels a bit. It feels a bit weird to have everything hinge on lip syncs. I don't know why I have that problem with it. I almost wish like they had a lip sync thing to, shake things up and reorder all the queens, and then they did something else for the finale bit. I don't know what else that would be. So
no, and I think the thing is, lip syncing is such a drag queen skill. Period.
Bread and butter.
Yeah. What else are they going to do that's an even playing field? Because whether you dance or you don't, lip syncing, there's a lot of aspects about it that can make you good at it or not. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. They started the episode off with the queens speculating who would be the wild card queen coming back to the race, the milieu, the fight.
Whom could it be?
Well, and then when Carrie Colby walked in, they all seemed pleased. And
I was pleased.
I was thrilled.
I was beside myself.
I thought for sure it was going to be Mistress. I was not taking any bets that people were saying it's going to be Mistress. I was like, you're probably right. Anybody was better than Mistress. But Carrie Colby, what a treat. She is so lovely.
It was nice to see her again.
Yeah, and she looked great.
She looked gorgeous. She also looks gorgeous.
I think also the queens were very pleased to see Carrie because I don't think she's a threat to anybody.
The only queen who was slightly concerned that it was Carrie Colby was little Georges. And Carrie did slightly call her out for being rotted and stealing points, but enough time had passed that no one really seemed to care. And then RuPaul showed up to diffuse whatever non-tension there was in the room.
Yeah. Well, also because 2/3 of the room had no idea what she was talking about. So, It
was all water under the drag bridge.
Yeah. Speaking of drag bridges, Ru threw the queens a curveball. Because they knew it was the Lollapalooza SmackDown, but he had one more task for them. And they were all like, ugh, what hoop now do I have to
What are we
jump
making?
through? And Ru dusted off the Rate a Queen concept and had all of the queens rate their competitors over who they thought was their biggest to least competition. And, well, the queens were not happy. Lydia, for instance, was worried because she didn't do well in the Rated Queen for her season.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, rightly so. I understand.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Lydia's Rated Queen season was just how much Sam Starr was confused that Lydia didn't like her drag.
Yeah.
You're ready to be loved. Like, yes, I did. Well, you don't like me. It's like, no, I don't. No. Yeah, so Lydia knew what she was up against.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about this was the queens being like, oh, well, what do I do? Do I rate so-and-so high because I want to go against them? Do I rate them low? They had no idea what production was going to be doing with these ratings.
Yeah, some queens just rated them as asked. Others looked at possible strategies.
You're like, should I be shady? I'm like, but you don't know if you're being shady because you
now you're asking if you should be shady.
You don't know what's going to happen with these results. So I didn't really keep track of who was voting for who.
No, it didn't. No, it because the other thing is they used this clearly in helping set up the initial lip sync pairings, but we didn't see a lot of the queens actually vote. So who's to say that production didn't manipulate this as well?
Yes,
so
there was certainly no one overseeing the legality of this voting, and there was no dangling chads mentioned. There was no write-in votes. There was just, okay, take our word for it. You queens vote. We're going to kill some time, and then we're going to let you know who's going up against you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, here's your hat. What's your hurry? It was off to the runway. I thought Rue looked gorgeous. I loved that wig, but she was clearly wearing the last in the Quality Street Chocolates confection collection.
Yeah, she was in her final form.
The pink Jiffy Pop, I'm calling it. Yeah,
she'd unwrapped all the chocolates nobody wanted. Those cherry ones. Nobody wants those.
No one wants those.
And made a beautiful gown.
Yeah. I thought she looked good, but it looked like tinfoil. And that's the thing. I just find a lot of those metallic fabrics, I just don't think they're great on TV. I'm not saying they don't look good in person, just on TV they end up kind of looking cheap.
Are we on TV right now? Is that what's going on? Is that what's happening? We're on the television? That's why we look like this. That's why you look like that. And then I look like this because I take after you.
I'm getting another slap. I don't know about you. Jesus. Joining Rue this week, it was just family. Michelle, Ross, and Carson. So right away, Rue brought out all the queens and then explained to them what the Rated Queen was all about. They were using the Rated Queen to gauge where all the queens lay as far as everyone was concerned. So they took an average of everyone, allegedly.
Allegedly.
They took an average of everyone's vote and then figured it all out. And then they seeded the running order, which sounded really pornographic.
It sounded very dirty.
Which Carson
was like, oh no. No, it's a sports thing. It originated in tennis, so that they don't have 1 and 2 going against each other right away. So it spreads things out, and I guess gives
cheating then. Cheating. Cheating.
It's so that we know that these queens are good, so we want to see them go through, and these queens are not so good, so maybe it'll be a fun upset.
Yeah. Is it ever?
Is it ever? It's fun when it's an upset.
Ginger Minge was the top queen as far as everyone was concerned. And I agreed. Like, I thought, I guess she's... Yeah. I'm surprised because I think there are a couple of other queens there, like Georges and Aja, that I think will give queens a run for the money. But as far as they were all concerned, based on what they knew, Ginger was the tits.
Ginger seemed surprised that she was...
She always seems surprised, but I think that's her being humble for the cameras, as opposed to going, that's
that
correct.
Makes sense.
That's
that
correct.
That tracks.
Carrie Colby was the 8th queen.
And that I thought was fair, too. You just showed up.
Yeah.
You're a wild card.
Yeah.
We don't want you to win anything.
No.
It's nice to see you, but... Okay. You're just a seat warmer. You're just to even out the numbers.
Yeah.
So Bruno rolled their balls around in his little golden bingo hopper.
I think it would have been much more fun if he'd stuck them in his shorts and pulled one out from there.
Pulled one out.
Yeah. I would have paid more attention at any rate.
Well, maybe they'd be too sweaty and we'd rub off some of the...
Well, that just makes it a challenge.
So Bruno's sweaty ball with Ginger's name on it.
She got
to pick the song, and of all the songs that were there, she picked Lady Gaga's Disease.
I was surprised by that.
I wasn't, because she wanted something that she didn't think Carrie could sexy her to.
Yeah.
And it's not a very sexy, it could be a very sexy song.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a very smart choice.
True.
For the minge. But I have to say, this lip sync did not blow me away.
No.
Ginger looked like a denim triangle for sections of it. Like her cover-up
That
was not doing her any favors.
Was swallowing her, yeah. But it is a cover-up. And the problem with a cover-up is you got to get rid of them right away.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they're just covering everything, which is what that did. And she did the whole number with the coat on, so whatever.
Yeah, she's like, you know what, I'm going through, so I'm going to keep this on.
I'm saving my surprise under
Yeah.
outfit for later.
Which is what I was disappointed with Carrie, because she had all this hair up on her head.
With a chopstick or two
and I'm
holding
like,
it there.
I can't wait until that hair comes down. And one of the other queens commented on, they're like, 40 inches of human hair and you're just leaving it?
Yeah, Irene, she said it. And I feel like if Carrie had unfurled the mane, I think she would have done better in this.
She would have had a chance. Yeah, she would have edged her out.
She still wouldn't have won because that's not how it was going.
That's not how it was going to work. No, there was no way that Ginger was going to go out in the first round. Yeah. And when all was said and done...
She didn't. No.
Ginger Minge won.
Yeah.
Carrie Colby, thanks for coming. You can
Off
go
to
back
the workroom.
Back to the workroom.
Enjoy a frosty beverage. Yeah.
So the second matchup of the first round was the second-ranked Lydia B. Collins.
I was so surprised by that. I'm not saying that Lydia doesn't deserve to be second, but with Aja and Georges, I would have thought she would have got third or fourth or fifth in there, respectfully. But no, I think a lot of people picked her as second because they thought she was a pushover and they could take her.
Yeah, and Irene ended up ranked 7th place.
Yes.
So she got to go up against Miss Lydia.
Yeah. I was surprised that Irene was that low, but then again, only 2 other people saw her in her bracket. Yeah. So a lot of people still saw her as the queen that made water. So once again, Bruno jiggled his sweaty balls around, and the name he grabbed was Lydia. And she surprised me by picking Kesha's Joyride. I had never heard this song, so I didn't know what to expect from it. But I thought they both did a good job. Again, as we've noted many times, Lydia's intensity with eye contact with the judges and her ability to hit every beat, even if she's just shrugging a shoulder, is spectacular. Irene, on the other hand, looked like she had a blank wall in front of her and she threw everything at it to see what stuck.
Yeah, she was walking around and taking off bits of her outfit and then was doing some tricks and then slipped at one point.
That was...
Tried to turn it into...
They glossed right over that. But
like, was that a
couple of the judges were like, ooh. But yeah, that was like she just ended up on the floor like a flounder. Yeah, bless her heart.
At one point she was doing a very geriatric looking duck walk.
Yep.
And Lydia just
did what Lydia
down.
does, yeah. And what Lydia does isn't really, you can't explain it, but it works for her.
It's compelling.
Yeah. And I wasn't surprised that Lydia won this round. She seemed a little surprised, but I don't think she was in her heart, because Irene, I think, is capable of a better lip sync, but she just psyched herself out of this one.
Yeah, I think Irene was kind of trying a little too hard and just wasn't in the moment. Lydia, that's the thing I love about her. She always seems to be very much in the pocket, very in the moment. Yeah. And just like, I'm doing this for the first time. Nothing is rehearsed. Let's do this. Yeah. And it's just the most fun thing to watch. Yeah. So, yeah, to no one's surprise, Lydia took this round.
And Irene went off to drink cocktails with Carrie. Sounds right. Yeah.
She's thirsty.
Ranking third in the seating was Georges, which, that's right. I would have put her there or second, either way. But ranking sixth was Aja. I'm surprised she ranked so low.
I'm surprised she ranked so low as well, but I'm wondering if the queens were scared to go up against her, because she's a very fierce lip syncer.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, this was a lip sync I was excited to watch.
Oh, yes.
Because they both kill it. They have their own styles. They do their own thing, but they are both equally, in my opinion, talented lip syncers.
Georges got to pick the song and went with Natalie Cole's Party Lights. Are you familiar with this song?
Never heard this song in my life. In my life, I'd never heard this song. It was all right.
It was all right?
Yeah. I didn't hate it. As far as his lip sync went, though, I loved what Aja had on that nun outfit, but the reveal wasn't worth the effort, in my opinion. It was very boring.
She was giving me like Mariah Carey at a wedding when she got drunk enough to take her Spanx off and just have a good time.
Yeah.
I was having a wonderful time watching both of them.
Yeah, because Georges is fun to watch regardless. She's a beautiful queen. She dances beautifully, but Aja gets into it.
She really
it's that stank face on her and it goes. Yeah, so Yeah, I was very excited. Could you tell who had won this by watching?
I knew it was gonna be Georges,
Yeah.
just because I thought Aja needed to do a flawless lip sync.
Something, yeah, killer.
And it wasn't a flawless lip sync.
No.
Like, her looks needed to be perfect. Like, everything needed to be perfect for her to beat Georges, because RuPaul loves some Georges.
Yeah.
So, love this lip sync, love this matchup.
Yeah.
But no surprise that Georges took this one.
Yeah, no kidding.
The third time that the queen who picked the song won the lip sync.
Oh, is that right? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then it was down to Bosco and Daya. They were the last two queens left. Bosco rated 4th, Daya rated 5th. And this was very emotional.
It's very emotional.
Because they're close. They live in Seattle. They're close friends. They were friends before Drag Race. They're friends still. On one level, I think that Daya was sad that she was going home.
Well, yeah. I mean, was she sad before she found out who got to pick the song? Or was she sad afterwards?
I think so. But either way, it was emotional to go up against Bosco. But I also, I think what was the nail in the coffin for Diabetes was Bosco being the one to pick the song. And no one in the world is shocked that she picked Show Me How You Burlesque. Because that's what she does.
Yeah. She did a great reveal without taking anything off. She just sort of uncovered and moved her arms.
She had that mink stole thing and just, and...
But as she was traveling across the stage, I'm like, I thought at one point she was just holding on to her headpiece. I'm like, oh,
she reached up at one point, I thought it was falling off her.
I'm like, why did you wear a headpiece that's going to topple over? And then, no, she took the feathers out and they were two huge, beautiful, feathery fans. And at that point... Yeah. I didn't care what Daya was doing.
No. Well, what Daya was doing was she pulled out a cigarette. She had a cross on her necklace that was made of cigarettes. She also got rid of her long skirt. But who cares? Not only did Bosco look good, once those fans were off, she had them and she peeked through them. And she did that clam reveal on the floor twice. That was just clam reveal. So fabulous. If they had based this Lollapalooza just on one lip sync and had them all come out one at a time and do a lip sync and then go who was the best, Bosco would have walked home with that crown. That was a masterclass in performance, period. Regardless of style, regardless of genre, it doesn't matter. Bosco killed that.
It was amazing. It was one of my favorite lip syncs that I've seen. And to her credit, Diabetes was doing a fabulous job.
She did a great job.
She did a great job. It's not that she didn't lose this lip sync. No. It's just Bosco just
eclipsed her. Eclipsed her, yeah.
One of the most beautiful things I've seen on that stage ever. Yeah. I want to watch a Bosco show. I want to go see...
I want to go see Bosco do whatever she does. Yeah.
I just cannot wait to see more Bosco.
This whole season was worth it for that lip sync. Yeah, I was so impressed. So well done, Bosco. Because clearly when they were done, Ru felt the same way. So Daya was off to the workroom to lick her wounds and drink bevies, and it was down to the top 4 queens. Ooh. Well, the first queen up was Ginger again. She had to lip sync against Bosco. And I was worried for Bosco because she had that outfit which was very specific to what she was doing in the first lip sync and worked in her favor. But how would it go to another song?
Yeah, not great. Yeah, Ginger was very smart. She got to pick the song, and she went with Pink's Razor Glass. Yeah. Which I thought was a very wise choice, both for Ginger and against Bosco.
Yeah, because she wasn't wearing an outfit for that song. And what Ginger had on, she could have done anything. Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered. And it didn't. Bosco did seem a little lost during this.
Well, it's hard to jump around when your breastises are mostly
hanging out. Yeah. I felt bad for Bosco only because her plan for this outfit was perfect for the first lip sync, but there is that follow-up lip sync. And I wasn't surprised that Ginger won because, production. But also, I agree that Ginger won, only because she was wearing a better outfit for the song.
Yeah, I thought she sold aside, it well. I thought she just sold this lip sync better than Bosco was able to. Yes. And even if you just looked at it from the neck up, I still would have given it to Ginger.
Yeah. So of course, Ginger moved on to the last round, and it was down to Lydia and Georges. Rue's favorites.
The battle of Rue's favorite twinks.
Twinkathon!
Oh,
no. Gosh. Is Georges still a twink? Because she's older than Lydia.
No, I think once you get filler, you're no longer a twink.
I think you're right.
Once you get work done, it's like,
she's just pickled. She's a pickled girl.
She's a pickled twink.
Yeah.
No longer a twink, she's a twaz.
She's a twinkle.
A former twink. Just a twinkle in RuPaul's eye.
Yeah. Of course, Bruno didn't have to fondle his balls for this because there was only one song left, Shakira's Wherever, Whenever. And Lydia, in the confessional, shared with us just a private moment of admitting that she was a huge Shakira fan.
A huge Shakira fan.
And they even talked about it in the workroom.
Yeah.
The one thing that Georges doesn't know is that Lydia
had
lives
a
for Shakira.
Shakira-themed birthday party.
How do you even do that?
Just a cake with hips. Do not lie.
I would think you'd serve sticky buns. I enjoyed this lip sync. Let me just start this off by saying that. But I can't take my eyes off Lydia. Especially at this point of the series. Georges isn't bringing anything new to the table. What she brings is stunning, worth watching, and always entertaining. But there's nothing new. Every time Lydia goes to stage, you don't know what the heck she's going to do.
You have no idea what
she doesn't know what she's going to do.
No. I was waiting for her to pull out some scissors at one point. Like, what's going to happen? Anytime Lydia stomps down the runway, her runway walk.
For a skinny, unpadded girl, she is a model. She knew the song clearly, but so did Georges.
Yeah, Georges do it as well. My only issue with Georges is I want more in the face. Like, she's such a good dancer, and I don't want to take that away from her. But with the lip sync...
But it stops at her neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want more in the face, and that's what Lydia gives you in spades. It is nothing but focus and face.
Yeah. I was, for a minute there, worried for Georges because I thought Lydia outdid her.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know which way this is going to go because RuPaul loves both of them. They both did a really good job.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite twink?
Well, clearly it was Georges. Lydia's my choice, but that's just me. I don't know. So it was down to Georges and Ginger.
Old school versus new school.
What song were they going to sing? Well, they were told It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls. Old school, which immediately made me worry for Georges, only because It's Raining Men is a great gay ballad. Anthem, thank you. But it's not a dancing number. Like, you can dance to it. There's lots going on in it. But it doesn't lead itself for the kind of dancing that Georges does, which is a lot of tricks and things.
Yeah.
There's such a strong narrative to the song that you have to make connections with the audience while you're lip syncing. And, you know, even though Georges is lip syncing, there's a lot of times where I'm not sure that she is lip syncing because I'm just watching her body.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So right away, I was a little worried for Georges. And then they started performing, and I was a lot worried for Georges. Because even though I feel like Georges outdanced Ginger, there's no denying that she outdanced Ginger.
Yeah.
Ginger performed this number. She knew where all the moments were. She made the right faces. There was a moment where Georges did a death drop, and it must have sounded like she keeled over dead. Because Ginger looked at her, and then she pointed. And then she went to do a turn into a something, and she's like, no, I'm not doing that. And which she has done before. That's part of her
classic move.
Milieu. Yeah. But it's always funny. She doesn't do it enough to make it boring, so I enjoyed that. But I know there are a lot of Georges fans out there that are screaming foul that she got robbed, that Ginger didn't win this.
So mad that old woman won.
Yeah, and I think... Like, I can understand that. If I had to pick a winner from this, I would pick Ginger only because she paid homage to the song the way it needed to be. Whereas Georges just did what Georges does. And again, it could have been any song. She could have been in it on any stage, and she would have done exactly what we saw. And as much fun as she is and as great as she is to watch, it's not always the best interpretation of the material being presented. Yeah. So for me... it was a no-brainer who won this. But before we could name the winner, we had to bring out last year's winner of All-Stars 9.
Angeria Paris Van Michaels.
She looked good.
She looked gorgeous. She always looks good.
She was also there for the...
she was there last week. We totally forgot.
But I didn't mention her. Well,
she was opening envelopes, and we were all mad that MIB's name was on one of them.
Yeah.
So we forgot who opened the
we were just
envelopes.
being kind. Yeah. She was literally just a hired hand that day, but today she had stuff to do. She looked good. She had the scepter in her hand. She won line, and then came the moment. Did you, for a second, think it was going to be George's?
No.
No, not at all. No, me either.
I thought if George's was going to win this thing, George's needed to unequivocally smash that final lip sync. And she didn't. She did an amazing dance routine.
Yeah.
And a good lip sync.
Yeah. But she wasn't ever going to give that kind of lip sync to this song.
Yeah.
This song needed to be performed and not danced. And
as soon as they announced the song, I was like, "Oh, this is Ginger's."
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for them to announce the song because if it's a high energy dance number,
Ginger's out.
Ginger's out.
Yeah.
If it's a ballad or if it's like a classic gay anthem, Ginger's in.
Yeah. I was very thrilled to see Ginger finally, after 4 appearances on Drag Race, 10 years in the franchise, won the crown. She is the All-Stars champion. She's off to the Hall of All-Stars, where she will lord it over everybody. I'm hoping that this is the kick in the padded ass that she needs to push herself to catch up to Jinx and get on a Broadway stage and get out there, because she certainly has the chops for it. Were you disappointed that Ginger won?
No, I wasn't disappointed at all. I was convinced that this was the Ginger Minge apology season.
Yeah.
So right from the get-go, I was like, this is Ginger's season to lose.
Yeah.
But George's, I thought, gave her a really good run for her money. But George's is going to be back.
Yeah. If nothing
was
else, George's
yeah.
proved that she has matured, she has evolved, and that she enjoys being pickled. So at least there'll be All-Stars 11 glow up or 12. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think George is going to be back for another All-Stars. Daya's going to be back for an All-Stars.
Yeah, because this was the season for Daya that Rue was like, "Oh, I see you now."
It's kind of felt like she noticed her for the first time.
Yeah,
it's like, you cast this
so she's
season,
coming
girl.
back. Yeah. Lydia for sure. Bosco, come on. They have to have an All-Stars where Bosco wins because they have her to apologize to as well. Aja, I hope that this is the ignition of her love affair with drag to the point where we see her do more, because she's a great queen. She really is. And Irene, this was a do-over for Irene, so her not winning wasn't a surprise. But now I feel like, okay, she's done a full season of the show. Yeah. Now we're ready to see her do an All-Stars.
Now let's see her again. Yeah, I felt like Irene in her bracket was so amazing. Yeah. And then once all the queens came back, it almost felt like she dimmed her light a little bit, maybe.
She seemed intimidated by the people that were in the semifinals. And I think that was it, because most of the people that were in her bracket were in her season. So she wasn't worried about anybody. That said, this was a fun season. And I am looking forward to seeing the All-Stars 11, because I think if they keep this format, I like this format. The fact that we had 6 queens at a time, it gave us more time with them, 3 weeks each. It gave us a chance, even with people like Nicole Page Brooks or Cuckoo, it just gave us another opportunity to see what they can do or not. And I really appreciated that. I thought it went well. I mean, by the 3rd bracket, I was a little bored of the brackets.
I was just a little tired of the points at that point. Yeah. But, it's made for some interesting TV. We certainly talked about a lot of points.
Yeah.
It was effective.
If that's what they wanted, they got it.
Yeah, bonus.
Yeah. How about you? Did the right queen win? Was Georges robbed? What about Bosco? Was she robbed? She did a great job. Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't. We've had a lot of people subscribing lately, and I want to thank you all for joining the Fingerdoo family. If you would like to help the Fingerdoo family out, leave a comment. That is the best way to support the channel. But if you want to go that extra mile, we've got the YouTube thanks button below this screen, and we've got my OG PayPal link in the description box down below, along with the link to my Redbubble store and to my Patreon page, where the Fingerdoo family meets twice a month for live chats. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having.
And until whatever next iteration of Drag Race we review, miss us! Mwah! Yeah, I'm glad that's over.
I'm glad it's over, but that was a really good finale.
It was.
Only for Bosco's number. Like, the whole season was worth it just for that.
I would have watched this twice as much season for that lip sync. That was just, oh.
As soon as she made those feathers just ripple ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Like you look like a sea creature.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's researched her milieu. That's for sure.
I don't know if that word means what you think it means.
I
But
think
I'm
milieu. It does. Her area of expertise. I don't know, Dana. Maybe I'm just an ignorant old queen.
I mean, yeah, but you might be right this time.
Milieu refers to the social, cultural, or physical environment in which someone lives or in which something occurs. That was right. Milieu. Tres Internacional.